What's up guys, my name is Vladimir and welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know, I'm from Ukraine and I live in Canada for the past few years. I've seen Trevor Noah stand up about Russians and I thought it was hilarious. He had two skits about Russian accent, Russian language and Russian villains and I thought they were all hilarious. And I wanted to check out today another his stand-up which I haven't seen before, and I hope it's gonna be interesting and I hope it's gonna be funny and I hope you're gonna enjoy the video. So let's go.
So it makes us different. It's beautiful. We got a beautiful country. And you don't appreciate it until you travel. I went to Cape Town recently, which is wonderful. I love going down to Cape Town, you know?
Cape Town is the capital of South Africa, right? Right?
One of the most beautiful cities in the world. It's just amazing out there. The only problem I have with Cape Town is everyone assumes that I'm from there. Which gets to me. I mean, it wouldn't be such a bad thing, you know? But it happens a lot. I thought it was a Johannesburg thing because people always say that to me. They'd be like, oh, wow, that show was amazing. It was great. You were very funny, Trevor, very funny. It was really great. So are you from Cape Town? No. Why? No, I don't know. I just thought you were. Why would you think that? I don't know, hey?
Why? I remember I saw an interview with him and his mother where she talked about racism, and because he's half white and he grew up in primarily black neighborhood. And I thought that interview was very interesting. Does this have something to do with that or something else?
I don't know, I just thought that, you know. So you don't have family there? No, I'm not from Cape Town. Wow, even originally. I thought it was a Joburg thing until I went down to Cape Town and I found that people from Cape Town think I'm from Cape Town, which wouldn't be such a bad thing if all the colored people didn't assume it as well, you know? Can I say colored? I never know how this works. You can here, yeah, you can in South Africa, you can. Because overseas, you can't say colored. I learned this when I went out to work in the UK. I was doing a gig in London, and I was sitting with a comic backstage, and we were talking, and he was like, Trevor, you've got a strange accent, Trevor, you've got a strange accent. Tell me, Trevor, tell me, where are you from? And I said, well, Jeremy, I'm from South Africa. He was like, ooh, South Africa. I
actually can never point out South African accent. I can point out, in general, Australian, New Zealand, some American accents, UK obviously have a lot of accents, deep Canadian accent, but for some reason not South African.
That's amazing, yeah, that's amazing. So what, South Africa, are you Zulu? And I was like, no. Good guess though. I'm not. I'm actually colored. And he was like, oh, don't say that. That's racist, right? That's racist. You don't use that word, colored, right? You don't use that word out here, Trevor. That's racist, right? Yeah, you don't call people colored here, right? You don't call yourself that, Trevor. You're free here, brother. You're free. Yeah. You don't use that term, right? You call yourself mixed race, right? Mixed race. That's the PC term worldwide, mixed race.
I've never heard people say that. Mixed race.
Got to be careful though coming to South Africa, you know? Because you'll come to South Africa and you'll meet up with a colored person and be like, excuse me, sir, are you mixed race? I'll probably be like, you're massive mixed race.
Whoa, what?
A colored person and be like, excuse me, sir, are you mixed race? I'll probably be like, you're massive mixed race.
I didn't understand what he said. You must mixed race.
So you gotta be careful, you know? So this is what happens every time I go down to Cape Town. I get involved in this, you know? And the problem is colored people want to speak to me, which is a great thing. The only problem is they speak to me in Afrikaans, and I can't speak Afrikaans. Well, I can speak very basic Afrikaans. I can have a simple conversation in Afrikaans, you know? Like the basics, like, Goeiemorgen, meneer. Kyk, die hond blaf. Nee, bas, moenie my slaan nie. Just enough to get by, you know? Just enough.
I assume he performs in South Africa or somewhere where people speak this language. I don't know.
But they don't speak that kind of Afrikaans in Cape Town. Yeah. They obviously speak a different kind of Afrikaans, something I didn't learn in school. I never understand what colored people are saying to me when I'm in Cape Town. Never, ever, ever. It's just a totally different world for me, you know? Whether it's the men or the women, because the women are really frisky, you know, they've got this personality, especially the older ones. If they want something, they go for it. I was in a supermarket, I'll never forget this, in a supermarket, looking at stuff on the shelf, and you know when you get that feeling like someone's behind you? It's that sixth sense, like somebody's staring at you. As I turned around, like I could just feel her presence. There was this huge burly woman, you know, she was wearing an apron and she had like curlers in her hair. And as I turned around, I looked and I was like, oh, hi. And she was like, I know you. I know you. And you that Trevor was here dancing, You that Trevor was here dancing, have you that guy, You the guy from TV.
What?
I was freaked. I didn't know what to say. I just looked at her. I just stared. I went blank. I know. She was just staring at me. She was just looking, going.
Oh.
I didn't know what to do because my mom said you should never speak to people while they're still chewing, so I waited. It was so weird for me, you know? It was so strange. For some, it's normal, but I'm sorry. I found it very strange talking to a person that had no front teeth. I was shocked. It was really strange. Strange, and at the same time, surprisingly sexy, I must say. No, I know. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. There's just something about a woman who can smile and lick me at the same time.
What? I wonder how big he was before he came to the US, because I obviously know him from the States, from his Daily Show, but I assume he was big in South Africa as well, but I just don't know how big he was. But I assume since he was able to come to US and work successfully there, I think he was very successful in South Africa as well.
Stop it, Shamima, I like it. And the guys aren't any better because the guys, they speak to you like they've known you for years, which is wonderful because they're welcoming, but they just rattle off.
I don't like that about Canadians, and a lot of people who are common, they're like, oh, bro, like they would talk to me for, I don't know, 10-20 seconds, and they're like, oh, brother, friend. First of all, there is a cultural thing for me, and also I'm an introvert, so Ukrainians are very conservative people, and we don't smile at strangers, don't wave, we don't wave, and it's a little bit weird and uncomfortable. It's not like I don't like the person, it's just I haven't met the person. Does it make sense? It's probably gonna be hard to understand for some people who grew up very liberated, but it's just, I feel uncomfortable sometimes.
I don't hear what anybody's saying, you know? This guy came up to me in the waterfront, I'll never forget, in Cape Town. He just came up behind me, tapped me on the shoulder, and he was like, "Ah, where massacred?" It's like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? It's like, ik zie bra, zo maar een vraag, zie verloed van gaan, ons weer braaf mee voor jou. Zie je ook de auto, weet mij? What? Jij was just a what? Zo'n vraag, zie je verloed van gaan, ons weer braaf mee voor jou. Zo never ook even ons praten, zo zie je vergaan, maar dat is moet je what me?
I understand what me.
I was like, yo, man, I'm sorry. I don't understand one word you say.
Does he speak the language, or is just gibberish? I assume it's gibberish since people are laughing.
This guy looked at me even more confused, and he was like, "Ik say, brother, why are you talking funny?" I was like, no, dude, I don't speak funny. You speak funny. He's like, nah, man, you talk funny. Where you from overseas? I said, no, I'm actually from Johannesburg. He's like, Tilburg? So why you talk like that? Well, I guess I'm just different. Oh, it's because you're those banana types, ne? The what? Those banana types. You must yellow on the outside, but you white on the inside, ne?
What? Oh.
I wasn't impressed. Really wasn't impressed. I just wanted to punch him so bad. I just wanted to fight. Because that's what men do. Just, you insulted me. I really wanted to fight, but I didn't. Because I was scared.
I mean, I've met a little bit of xenophobia here in Canada as well, but it's much better in terms of, I know that in UK there is a big problem with that, but for me in Canada was great. And Toronto, I lived in Toronto for a while, and it's like multicultural city. There are a lot of immigrants, so that was nice.
Because I was scared. No, don't get me wrong. Any other time I would have gotten down, but colored guys, whoa. Colored guys are real dangerous, you know? And it's not like they try. It's just natural for them, you know? They've just got that thing. Because colored people just have this vibe, you know? They've just got this dangerous vibe to them. Because, I mean, you could never beat them in a fight, you know? I mean, you can't threaten colored people. You really can't. Some of the best threats don't work on them. Hey, I'll hit you so hard you won't know whether you're black or white.
What?
If you don't shut your mouth right now, I'll kick your teeth out. It's just not the same. And what makes them really dangerous is the fact that they just ask questions. They never make statements. Colored people just ask questions, which makes them sound so dangerous. Even small things. Hey, Faisal, what's the time? You want me to tell you the time? Not anymore.
I like his small bow. Yes. Not anymore.
Because you see, the whole being colored thing is really confusing, you know, for a lot of people. And I always try and explain to people that although I am colored, I'm colored by color, but not by culture, which is a difficult thing for a lot of people to understand. Because being colored is, in fact, a culture. It's not just a racial thing, you know? And I'm colored by color, but it gets confusing for people because they go, oh, what the hell does that mean? You know, who are you? What is that? Like, for instance, are you colored, ma'am? You are? See, you colored. So with regards to your parents, are they colored? And then your grandparents, are they colored? And then great-grandparents most probably colored as well. You see, so that's pretty much the case. Whereas with me, I'm the first colored in the family. I'm the only one, you see? So to make it simple to understand, think of us both as Oros. We both Oros. You know the juice, we Oros. Yes, the only difference is I'm the Oros that's still in the bottle. She's diluted. You see, that's how... That's basically how it works out, you see?
I didn't understand the last part, to be honest. I know so little about South Africa, which is a shame. And because most of the things that I know about West and UK came from movies or TV shows, even though I can differentiate true, in my opinion, I can differentiate truth and what's not true. I haven't seen, except for maybe District 9, I haven't seen any South African movies. And even though I didn't understand a lot about this skit, but a lot of things I think were funny and they could be translated into culture and they could be translated to my culture as well. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed, click the like button for YouTube algorithm and see you tomorrow. Пока-пока.